Oh, there we go.
The old ways, the old gods, the old powers are buried, but not gone. Because every world, every civilization is built on the corpse of the old world. Because law, like every other spell, is empty words until empowered by the shedding of blood. So every regime is built on murder. Put green hills and sunny skies out of your mind. Where we're going, the sun has not shone for thousands of years. Fragments of strange lights crawl across the stone sky and through the black ocean. All of the open spaces of this land are crowded with horrors and tortured spirits fighting each other over the least scrap of living essence. It's a Hieronymus Bosch painting out there. But the throng balks. Before them, a ring of lightning barriers, each tall tower crackling with electroplasmic discharge, and they cannot pass into the city within. Stone towers, crowded wooden tenements, creaking docks, cobblestone streets and canals lit by flickering electrical light. In Duskwall, there is something like dawn, and something like twilight, but they only serve to make the shadows seem darker. The scrabble for survival here is not easy, and some residents finding themselves pushed too far, chased into a dead end by oppressors of all kinds, stop and turn and clench their fists and strike back. This is the story of one such crew. This is Down to a Sunless Sea, a Blades in the Dark adventure from the Starfall Collective.
We open on an office in the Duskfall Academy in Whitecrown. A woman in a robin's egg blue jacket receives a report on her fancy desk. She picks it up. She reads it. She sets it down, thinks for a moment, then gets out a piece of paper and begins to write. The camera looks down over her shoulder onto the report that she has just seen and zooms in on two words: Farkash Renye. Elsewhere, Elena the Wolf Girl crouches in the shadow of a large marble lion statue. She scratches a flea bite on her back with her teeth. She is waiting for flashing lights, probably smoke, the smell of ozone. A wolf comes over and drops a dead snake by her side. She takes it gratefully, pats the wolf on the head, and begins eating it. She waits. Then her ears perk up. There's a whirring and an insistent whine from the top floor of the house. She feels a mild tingling, and the hairs on the back of her neck stand up. There's some ghost nonsense going on up there. Then there's the smell of ozone, like when you go too close to a lightning barrier. She stands up, whistles to the wolves, and begins prowling her way back to Six Towers and the burned out mansion to tell the others. The experiment's impression on the ghost field will be fresh. Everything is in place. Now is the time for this score. Simet Burr must be exposed to the Leviathan hunters and his experiments stopped, which may impede the course of technological progress somewhat, but promises to pay quite well. Who knows when this opportunity will come again, my Farkash Renye.
Now, hang on a second. It occurs to me that maybe there's more money to be made not doing job. Right? Maybe we get somebody pay us double to keep the technology flowing. Somebody else who hates these guys. I'm just trying to think of synergy options. That's all. I'm just spitballing. No bad ideas.
No bad ideas. Of course.
No
Kevin.
bad ideas.
No bad ideas.
You're a big boss, man. You never have bad ideas. Like the time you
Okay,
decide
we've talked
your daily
about the
goals.
around of stuff like that. Okay, not.
What?
I may
never
miss a few
sarcastic.
cues. Okay.
I'm never sarcastic. You know this. We are
Just
good
a reminder.
friends.
Your contact in the Leviathan Hunters, Guilfoyle, who gave you the tip on where to get an electroplasmic spectrometer, thinks that you could get 2 coin for proof that this technology exists, 4 coin for eliminating or delivering Simon himself to the Leviathan Hunters, but only 2 if what you deliver is not Simon himself or the destruction of his project.
2
what you
coin
have-
proof, 4 coin Simon alive.
Right. But that goes down to 2 if it's not. If they still have to hire somebody else to go and deal with Simon, they're not going to pay you as much.
Oh, we can deal with Simon.
Also, you don't actually have to do this now, but it may get more difficult. Now the time is right.
Yeah. It seems like we still kind of wanted LT on for this one. Right.
It might be good to have the crew's full strength for this one.
Yeah.
They are the foundation. It would be your target, and this is not. This is not a place where you can choose a weak target.
LT is our muscle. Could go rob another jewelry store.
Yeah, the foundation is tier. Which one is 4, IV or VI?
Ivy.
That's
So they're tier 4, the foundation.
Can we try to we have contacts, don't we, that can like help us set up scores and get advantages as we
You
set
should
up
look on your
scores?
sheets. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all have special friends. I've got my special Deadlands scavenger friend.
I wonder if I can do another like 4-way soul extraction for my guy.
Oh my gosh, no.
You mean for the guy who you're targeting?
Is there anything that would be like
The client for
what
that,
if
the client for the 4 soul extraction was Simon Burr. You're betraying him in the current.
Yeah,
in this-
I
this
wonder
current-
what if we go to him and just ask for and try to do another job for him, and while we're in there, kidnap him and do the
Hey.
reading.
That sounds like a score. We could. That's enough. That right there is. Where's my cheat sheet?
Oh no, guys! I accidentally set a score. I'm sorry.
No, this
but I'm
is
just
good.
saying
This
we
is
don't
2
have to do
scores
it.
in 1.
But that's absolutely deception.
Okay,
kidnap?
That's
me-
like
Okay.
you just
Well-
so you just suggested. That's all we would need to start this score. Is you guys would pick your loadout. You would say the score is deception, We're going to lure, trick, or manipulate. And the detail you would need to supply is the method of deception. And you've just done that.
Mhm.
So we could start the score right now with that. It's up to you. We don't. I want to be. I want to be a little bit less forward with. I want you guys to pick between more different options on which scores you do, instead of like, oh, that sounds like a score. Let's just go right into it. But like, that's one possibility for this score you could do.
Another idea. Like, what if we did something that would help us set up this score with Simon Burr? Like, could we, do something to, that would help us, like, compromise their security, or maybe we steal some useful piece of equipment, something like that.
Murder all the people looking at the equipment, and then take the equipment. Yes.
So just to remind you, it's a 3-story tower, a 3-story, like a big house that's 3 stories tall in Brightstone. And the 3rd floor is where you have seen his experiments going on. Brightstone is not. Brightstone is a really nice place. It's not the nicest place, but security is high in Brightstone. It's hard to pull off. The Bluecoats are much more trigger happy in Brightstone than they would be in Coleridge or Night Market or Char Hollow or whatever. Just so you know, things like killing everybody in the house are going to have more consequences in Brightstone than when you did something like that in Coleridge.
Well, then let's go see if Simon needs something from somewhere else done that might involve killing some people.
Is there something we could do to pull the Bluecoats away from this area?
Yeah.
So maybe like we set up the diversion. So we do like a simultaneous job where one job is actually cover job for other job. I like these.
Yes.
Totally possible.
I think we should have taken Ambitious as our Farkas Renier core.
No, you definitely chose the right one with Brutal. For sure. It's corpses from hell to breakfast with you guys. Brutal is the right one.
That's how we fulfill our ambitions, by climbing a ladder of corpses.
But eventually you look around and you're just climbing ladder of bones, slippery with blood, entrails dripping in your face. But it's because it's every day. You get used to it, and then what comes next? Ambition, right? That's all I'm saying.
How did the corpses get up the ladder of blood?
The corpses are the ladder. It is ladder made of corpses.
Yeah, but the entrails are dripping on your face.
Right, so they're processing them up top and then turning the bones into extension of the ladder, using all the tendons of the bodies to connect ladder joints as they go. And they don't need the intestines, so they just dump them off the side. Of course, these are spiders doing this, right?
I love this free play conversation.
Spiders are metaphors for human society.
What I'm seeing is that,
and that is the basic idea of what our sacred texts here at Farkas Renier teach about how to build a church. Thank you, Karen, for your interest in Farkas Renier culture and ways of being.
This is edifice we are tearing down.
You're going to kill everybody in the place. You're going to make a ladder out of their bodies to climb up to the 3rd floor. Is that the score?
I think that's the idea. That's the idea.
Well, what's your loadout?
I'm thinking we're just going to go in heavy.
All right. I'll make the engagement roll.
I am going to go in.
No, I'm joking. That's
I'm saying yes,
score. That's
saying
a terrible
yes and.
score. Don't just kill everybody. I mean, you absolutely can. You can absolutely do that. I
We're
tried
free
to
to make
subtly
mistakes.
let you
So,
know,
like-
as the GM, that in Brightstone, massacring
How
large
could we
numbers
tie
of
up,
people-
like, how can we tie...
Let's do.
No,
Go
we
ahead.
could. I mean, like, we could do something to tie. Like, okay, like, what if we do something that's going to tie up a lot of blue coat resources in Brightstone?
You mean,
And
like,
gain
yeah,
us an
like,
asset in the
not
process. Like, what
Yeah.
if we steal something from them, like a ship or an airship or something? That'd be a huge diversion. We would get all the blue coats riled up.
Yeah, or even short of stealing it, wrecking it.
Okay, how about this? How about we listen? Bush did 9/11,
Arson.
so all these
Arson.
jokes are okay. We
Fires.
hijack. We hijack one of their one of their patrol ships, and then we use that patrol ship to buzz the tower, kidnap the dude, and fly away with him.
There's not airships. There's no airships. There are trains
Okay.
and there are
All
big boats. The boats
So,
are huge.
Okay,
We go to the cultists
let's blow
of
up a
Lolth.
train.
We
Blow
go
up
to the
the train.
We go to the cultists of Lolth. We ask to hire the services of their spiders or their dryads, at least some real big, like 12-foot diameter spiders, and then they use their spinnerets and they MI6 drop us down to the tower, and then we kidnap the guy and we take the spiders back up and we crawl away.
I think we blow up a train.
So
I
let's
like
just,
blowing up trains. That sounds like a better idea.
So the Dave suggestion is that you're thinking of making a bomb, blowing up a train, and then while the bluecoats in Brightstone blowing up a train. You know what? There aren't trains.
Well, hang on. Time out. How can we blow up a train that hurts people?
The train is in Night
there are
no trains in Brightstone.
Yeah, how do we blow up a train that hurts people that we want as allies? Right? We have the opportunity to commit a mass act of terrorism. So we should probably try to get as much out of that as possible. Right? That's a big piece of leverage to just blow as a publicity stunt for Farkas Renye. You know, if we find somebody...
I want you to understand.
Oh, a shipment, a major shipment of a lot of stuff. And if this shipment goes into a ravine, it'll tank the company, right? So basically, we make a business deal with somebody to short on the company. We do the dirty work for half.
All right. I just want to explain some things about the world, because a lot of this talk, all possible in the game, but I want you to understand the reality of the world. All of the infrastructure of the city is controlled by factions that are tier 4, 5, or 6. You're tier 1.
Yeah.
The guy that you want, what the objective of this score, that you don't have to do if you don't want to, but the objective of this score is to kidnap or assassinate or deal with in some way a particular person who's in a tier 4 faction, who is in a house in a neighborhood in Brightstone, which is a fairly high tier neighborhood, not the highest, but pretty high. And what you have to do while you're there is use a device that you stole, which is an asset that you stole on a previous score, to make scientific measurements. Once you have those measurements, and you also have the person, or you have evidence that you've killed the person, or you have the device itself, or something like that, to bring those to the Leviathan hunters at the docks, and then they will pay you a lot of money for that. So the first suggestion was, let's pretend now this was a good suggestion. Let's pretend to do another job for this guy, and then we'll kidnap him.
Can you maybe?
Yeah, let's dare to take the long road here.
That's a really easy way to do it.
So like,
you already have an in with this guy. You can't. He won't necessarily lead you to his house or meet with you in his house. Or part of the score would be negotiating where you're going to meet him and trying to get into the house. But when you suggest something like, let us make a big financial deal that shorts the whole economy of Duskfall, and then 2, stage a terrorist incident against a tier 4, 5, or 6 faction in order to distract the Bluecoats, who are, I think, tier 4, so that they won't be around when we assault another tier 4 faction. You're talking about a plan that has like a lot of points of failure, and all of those points of failure are you guys, a tier 1 faction, going head to head against a tier like 4, 5, or 6 faction.
I told you we should have taken ambitious.
So I just want to let you know,
so like,
we can do that.
How about we? I mean, like, okay.
I will run that game for you.
I think we need to simplify this a little bit. Like, what? Okay, so like, we're just trying to do a setup thing, like not. I mean, I think we kind of want to break this down. Like, we're not going to nab this guy.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to do something that's going to gain us an advantage on the next score.
Tonight we're going to nab something for this guy, thereby nabbing the heart of this guy so that later we can nab this actual guy.
I like that plan. I love that narrative. We're doing it to get on his good side, to build him as an asset.
Okay.
You've already done a job for him.
But if we do something tonight to get him into the category of a asset or cohort or something?
You can't. This is not a.
He'll have to help us on the next. Yes, I can. I saw that moment where you realized I could, and you were like, "No, I just have to start saying no." But
the second you betray him, he doesn't have to do what you say. The rules.
But that's my point. We won't be betraying him. We won't be betraying him.
We're going to betray him after he agrees to do what we say.
After. See?
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So what kind of score is this? What are you doing?
This is a develop an asset, develop a cohort.
Okay. That is
We're gonna
normally
game your
a
system.
downtime. That's a downtime activity.
That's not a okay.
But it's absolutely within the rules of the game for you to do a score that gets you an asset or an expert.
Yeah.
So in this case, he would
I
be
think
an
that's
expert.
what we want.
I want to go to Simon and see if his research could be expedited by any crimes.
Yes. Actually, yeah, okay.
I knew there was this amazing reason we brought Karen in. She's sales. Karen, have you ever heard such a concise pitch? Hey, can crime work for you?
It's very simple. I
see you've been trying to go straight and narrow. Have considered crime?
So what you want from this, the thing that you want to get out of this score is you want to earn his trust. You want to earn his trust enough to be able to kidnap him.
Exactly.
You want to earn his trust
and
enough
maybe some
to be
money,
invited into his house.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
The level of trust that creates a glaring opportunity.
Okay, so that sounds like this is a social This sounds like a social score. Negotiate, bargain, or persuade. And the detail you
Well,
have to supply is the social connection. You already
I
know
think-
this guy.
no, not well. So
We
we're
want to
not,
kill people for him.
Yeah, like we're offering to do work in exchange for this.
Right.
We're trying to build his trust by killing people that we would have to be doing something really personal for him. Like maybe it's a level 2 or a level, yeah, it's a level 2 squad that's giving him
Yeah.
trouble in his supply
So the
chain.
no,
And
so
we prove our
so the
loyalty by killing them.
question is, what does he want
Okay.
from us?
Well, let's go meet with him. Who's going to go meet with him?
Yeah, I think that he came to you initially, and I think that you guys set up like a dead drop with him. So if you put a message in your secret location, he'll get it.
Okay.
So go ahead and tell me what that. Right now we're still in free play. We're not doing a score right now. Just tell me what the message is that you want to send to this guy.
I defer to the ladies who are experts in communication. This is why I bring great people to me in Farkashranye.
Mm.
Another thing to note: if this takes more than a couple of hours, then when you do the other score, you'll have to be waiting again for him to conduct an experiment, or you'll have to set up. Because the way that the scientific thing that you're doing to get proof of his experiments, the experiment has to happen, and then you go there within a couple of hours with this device. So what you're doing now
That's
sounds
fine.
like,
I was going to say before,
That's
can we
gonna be
split them and just
you-
get
if
the
you were
reading
to-
tonight? All we
if
do
you
is
were
get
to-
the reading.
yeah.
So that can be a twofer. We get the reading
Oh,
and get a job from him while we're there. We basically sneak the equipment on our person.
What you
Does
have,
that make sense?
yeah,
Does that-
it does make sense, but I mean, you can walk up and knock on the front door of this place if you want. We can play that.
Do we want to do that?
The other thing is, if you want to
No.
contact him for business, you have a dead drop set up with him. You have a
Let's use
location
the
in the
dead
city where you
drop.
can
Dead
hide
drop
a
it.
message, and he will go. He checks that spot periodically to see if he has any like secret criminal communications.
Yeah, we'll leave him a message. It'll. How does this sound? Something to the effect of, we are interested in positive outcomes for your research, and we were wondering if there is anything standing in the way of it that we could do to hasten it along. Perhaps there are unsavory types, enemies, opponents of scientific progress, that we would be able to help you with. Grease the wheels. Persuade. How's that sound? Good gist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
like
that's great. I think we can do this in free play. Let me open this thing up. I think that this does not carry any risk. This is just going to be a fortune roll. So with no
But we get a D6 now
I guess
instead of
if
2D6 take the lowest, right?
effect. Say that roll should roll command or consort. Or, I guess consort or swag.
Karen has those, right?
Yep. Well, I have one of those. The consort. And I will roll it.
That seems good.
Position is standard or controlled? Is that right? Position controlled?
Did Matt freeze?
Oh no, we froze Matt with the brilliance of our plan.
Quick. Fix him.
Quick.
Hey.
Yeah,
Can you hear
so the bad guys. Dang it. Yeah, Matt's back. Matt's DM again.
Jackson, the position does not matter. Go ahead and roll your sway or your consort.
Okay.
Sure.
And does the effect matter?
No.
Okay. Let's roll.
Where is
Well,
it? Okay.
Wah, wah.
How long are you going to wait for a response?
how long are we going to wait for a response?
I think that with this
I
this letter
let's-
and that die result, too.
He just doesn't respond.
okay.
Well, I'm gonna wait a day. Are any of you gonna wait less than a day? Because I'm only waiting a day.
That's fine.
So at this point,
Okay.
you tried contacting him
Yeah.
in the way that you
Yeah,
guys had set up to contact him, and he seems like he's not interested.
Okay.
As long as we use Karen to put best foot forward, if we track him down, all it really shows at the end of the day is competence, not threat. We show up,
He will
ready
track
to
you
do
down initially.
business.
We could take letter tied to rock and throw through window.
We could take letter tied to rock and put in mailbox, like civilized person.
And see, this is why Karen is getting promoted to VP of HR.
Yes, well.
I don't know what those letters stand for, but okay.
Vilest punisher of human rats. It's great
Sounds
honor
right.
within Farkashreni.
Elena
believe it.
produces it.
Okay,
Elena
we need to
produces a
find-
rock.
We need to get this letter to Simon Burr himself. How do we do that?
You can. The dead drop is empty. Presumably he has it. Presumably he got your
Oh.
letter,
Oh.
Okay.
and he's just probably just not interested. But you don't know. You don't hear anything. He ghosted you.
Fitting.
Nobody ghosts a ghost.
We
Susan!
can sneak him with- No!
I was
Yes.
just kidding. She doesn't do that.
Yes.
She doesn't like come when I clap. I was just being
Occult
silly.
is one of the possible.
Because we
score
we
types.
could send him a ghost telegram.
This is bad idea.
This is not the worst idea we've had, and the best idea didn't work just now.
I say we go. Why not just pay him visit?
Okay, we'll pay him a visit. We don't need any mediators, any dead mediators.
Oh,
Cool.
yes.
Okay.
Karen is much nicer than Susan.
Okay,
At this
I'll
point,
go. I'll go find.
Hang on. So this dude is dealing with souls and stuff like that. I have a contact who is a soul dealer. So can we do
Yeah.
a scene where I talk to my NPC character, and maybe
Absolutely.
he
Yeah, okay.
gives us an inn, a venue, a way to hit him where it hurts and make some money off of it.
Or
What's
like
your,
help us make the connection.
What's your
Right.
guy's name?
I know that because he is my friend. I'm definitely remembering it off the top of my head and not at all stalling. Able to modify the X and Y axes of my page
It should
in
be
order
on your
to,
sheet.
pretend to remember to say that he is my close friend, a spirit trafficker named Flint, who lives at the docks.
Flint. I remember Flint. All
He
right,
never
so
gets
you
up from his
guys-
stool. I've rescued him from the Bluecoats 4 times. He didn't rat once. I'm always giving him teeth.
Yeah. So you
Can I
guys
meet
can
him?
go and visit Flint at the docks. You walk in there. This is a guy with just, he's got like a counter in front of him that he sits at. He never moves out of this stool. He's got all kinds of levers and gizmos around him. There's tools like 180 degrees around him is tools, and he can like ratchet up his chair up to a higher level where there's another set of tools up there that you've seen him like go up there. Chuk, 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 chuk. He like disappears into a cavity in this workshop and like tinkers around up where he's like up in the ceiling. You can't even see him. So when you come in, he is up there. You know, you hear noises. Tick, 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 tick. Beep, from like up in the ceiling. When you ring the bell, ding, he ratchets down his chair, chuck 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 chuck, and then he swivels around and faces you. Oh, Cal, wonderful to see you.
You see Kel standing in the doorway of the building. You can see the outline of you can see the bustle of the city street behind him. And he's wearing this hideous, like gaping mouth mask with these huge razor sharp teeth in it and these large predatory black eyes. And
Right.
he takes a step
For a
forward.
reason.
Oh
And
gosh, your face is still melted, isn't it?
He takes a
Yeah.
step forward and he kind of tenderly
Oh.
puts his foot on the floor of the building. And you see him kind of like jerk and twitch and like make himself look small as he hears the screams and cries of the souls in the bottles on the wall. They all kind of begin to overwhelm him a little bit. And you see him pull the mask off of his face, and his like one eye is down here on his cheek, and his nose is up where that is, and his mouth is like somewhere over here. Face is just kind of melted. And you see that like in the shadows, and he kind of slips the mask back on, and he says, "Forgive me, old friend, if I speak from behind this for our encounter. I had to go looking for something, and I held my face a little too close to the grill, so to speak. So, my apologies."
Cal, could you-
So scary, he ran away.
Whoops.
Cal, you're going to need the deed to the universe for this score. Here it is. Also, 10,000 coin.
Ah, thank you, Mr. Temporary Dungeon Master. Let me just put these 10,000 coins on my sheet and ruin the economy of scale of Hogan. I am president of universe with 10,000 sweet.
You are now a tier 7 organization.
I'm a tier 70, baby. With 10,000 coin, how high a level could you get to?
All of the wolves now follow you. All of the wolves.
Every human that you know in all of Duskfall wears a wolf suit in order to participate in society.
A new law has been passed.
Everyone on every level except physical woos all the time.
Every day.
I wanna woo all night. Woo every day.
Every day.
Straddle the line between Discord and Rhyme. So I'm hungry like the wolf.
You're gonna start a howl. I really feel like Farkas Renya's seal, its crest, is already this like pale white spirit wolf. So I feel like we're just like a hair's breadth away from Ghost Wolf as being like our next evolution. Like when we hit tier 2, it's like Farkas Renya, the Ghost Wolf emerges.
This is gonna go over well.
It's going to be great.
Yep.
Oh, you mean tonight? You think tonight's going to be an utter disaster?
What? Huh? Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah.
You were the one throwing all this subtextual innuendo in your vocal cords.
Subtext? Me? What?
Who?
You know,
Hey,
below
How
the
dare
text.
you?
Who?
Can you guys hear me?
Subtext. What?
That's
Who?
back.
Can you guys
Me?
hear me?
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Josh is
Yes,
still
we can
talking,
hear you.
so okay, great.
Yeah.
Um,
Matt, while you were gone, we won the game.
Yeah,
I'm
Matt.
so
Quick question.
proud of you.
Quick question. As the DM, if we were to suddenly have multiple bank accounts across which 10,000 sweets, 10,000 coins suddenly appeared, and it was in our immediate fungible liquid asset control, what tier would we suddenly be?
I think the highest
Like with
in the game is 4.
so 5?
Organizations
Because
can
we've
get
got
to
10,000
4.
coin, man.
Yeah,
We'd be the richest,
Things start to break down.
richest 4. We'd be the richest tier 4 organization on the block.
I mean, we would basically
think
be like
there's-
Lex Luthor, Scrooge McDuck, right?
I think there's not
10,000
that much
coins
money.
is like astronomical. I was gonna say,
yeah.
well, no, surely across all of Duskfall, there's more than that, but yeah, all right,
maybe not.
let's go.
Coin. We say a coin. It is not a coin that you can hold in your hand. A coin is
Sure,
It's not a coin.
box
It's
full of
coin.
gold. It's like $100,000
Okay, so
coin.
okay. Anyway,
so-
so we're going to.
You walk in guy's location. Kel, I need you to make me a dice roll. This dice roll is controlled with standard effect, and it is a what I need from you is an attune.
all righty then. Step aside. This is the only thing I'm exceptional at.
This is just to see what you see when you walk into this place.
Controlled standard.
Controlled standard.
I'm there too.
All righty then. Wait, I thought I did something to clear stress last time.
Shoot,
I-
if you
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. What's the deal, Jessica Biel?
great.
Attune.
3,
I rolled a
6,
6.
and 2.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah. So now that you are in touch with a demon yourself, you can sort of smell in this place that Flint is also in touch with a demon, and it's a different one. But Flint says, "What can I do for you?"
There's this guy. I really want to do a big deal for him, make a lot of money off of him, and then kidnap him, and probably he will never see light of day again and I will feast upon his fingers. And, that's like, pie in the sky, ideal best case scenario. But definitely really want to make some money off this guy and kidnap him. Some question. How can
I
we
really
maybe...
did not need to know that part of your business, but okay.
Flint, we are past this. I bring you teeth. I mean, it's me, baby. You don't have to pretend to be squeamish, okay? Anyway, so here's what I'm thinking. You and me stick heads together, come up with a real big, juicy pie that he is definitely going to want to send me to go bring him. We make a whole lot of money. I bring you a cut. We both make, 6, 8, 10 coin off this. Do a big score, kill a bunch of people, make some good money. And he's in... I got a super duper great in because I'm the guy that brings the big pie, That's the idea. I'm the pie guy. That's what I'm trying to ask you. Help me vision board,
So, Josh, the GM, I had one about what you were doing in this office, and that has nothing to do with the monologue that I just heard from you.
Yeah, Matthew, it's called I'm Playing My Faults. I have haunted. I have detached from reality. I am not playing with a full deck of cards. Okay?
So
you keep telling me, well, man, you never go off script and act insane, so I can't give you XP.
Karen's
Elena
there,
and
right?
Karen, you notice that Kel is saying some off the wall stuff that's not really connected to reality.
I'm going to. I've got an idea. Elena turns to Karen and says, "Karen, I'm going to take Kel for a walk. I'm going to take Kel for a walk.
Okay.
I'm going to take Kel for a walk."
Cal says,
that sounds great.
But I just went. I don't even have to. I
Come with me. I'm going to physically lead him out the door.
Wow. What happened to him?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm his associate, Karen Butcher.
She really does it. You really have no idea.
Karen joined up.
I'm freaking nuts.
Okay, great. So here's what's happening in the scene. He asks Karen, what do you want? What can I do for you?
Well, we are looking to get in touch with Simon Burr. He is a researcher in the same field that I understand that you are considered to be your area of expertise, your realm of study, your wheelhouse. Yes, and we have attempted to get in touch with him. We would like to. We've done some work for him already, and we would like to see if there's anything else we can do to expedite his research. And we are hoping that you could do that, perhaps in exchange for services or teeth or something.
I understand that there's some sort of ante or bonus structure that built into previous deals with teeth.
Great.
Perhaps an escrow.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Great. So he rolls to see if he knows who Simon Burr is, and he does. He doesn't know he could. If he had rolled a 6, he would know like everything you might want to know. But I rolled a 5, so he has sort of normal level knowledge and not like amazing. So he says, I think he used their supplier. Gosh, let me look up the map here. Did I close my map? My computer's running, so I closed my map of Duskfall. Yeah.
I can share the
He's-
map.
I got it. He's the
Okay.
yeah. He's the guy with those funny glasses. I think I've seen him at Vanna's place in Night Market. She's another somebody in my business. Yeah, I think it's actually been messing up the market a little bit. He's been buying up a lot of stock, so it makes sense if he's doing some kind of weird experiments. Then that make a lot of sense to me. But I think you could get more information about that guy from a supply perspective if you went down to Night Market, spoke to Vanna.
Vanna with a V?
Vanna with a V.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Flint, was it?
Yes.
You've been very helpful. And we'll see if we can't do something to redirect his interests to your fine establishment here.
My friend, do you Miss Kell has sprung me from the clinky?
I'm just guessing here, but two?
It's
It's got to be more than one because
It-
you said times.
it feels like more than that, but yeah, I think it was probably just two. But
Hmm.
we're quite close. Little information like this, happy to oblige. Now, if there's nothing else I can do for you, and he swivels his chair back around, click, 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 goes back.
Pleasure
up
to
into
meet you.
the
I wave
ceiling.
and leave.
While she has Kel and I meet back up with her. Kel has a much less scary looking mask on now.
Oh, did you swap out my mask and give me like a birthday clown mask or something?
Yes.
Or like a fox mask?
Yes, a fox.
All right. I like that. All right, so Kel and his fox mask.
Next time you go out, you wear this one, not the other one.
So you guys have the name of Simon Burr's usual spirit supply.
Vanna.
Yep.
Well, we go to Vanna's place, and maybe we can get ourselves a score.
Do it.
Cool.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Elena
What's the-
turns to Karen. Do we bring him with us this time?
Kel, do we bring you with us this time?
I think there might be some squirrels in this alley here that are trying to like creep in on our turf. I'm gonna handle these guys, and I want you to go take care of that son of a no. That is
Right,
my
yes.
city. And I think Kel tears off running after the squirrels.
And we go
I
to
think-
Vanna's
I
place.
think
in
we
Night
don't
Market.
bring him with us this time.
I don't think we can bring him with us this time.
Okay, so what is your objective?
Get in touch with Simon Burr.
And find out how to make some money. Like the reason why you're going to the supply chain side is so you can find something that's worth some money.
Yep.
Yep.
So what you
That Simon.
he hired to get 4 at a time, which was like a special thing that he needed. But usually he's 1 at a time, soul at a time, like kind of
Most purposes do not need
this
many.
at all. He's buying more souls than most would, but he's not buying in bulk, like one or two at a time. I feel like I don't understand the score you want to do. You want to make money while
Well, how about this? We want to
setting
get
something up to Simon.
we want to get on Simon Burr's good side. Why don't we get why don't we get a soul or two? Let's get 2 souls. And the next we're going to deliver them to
No.
We're going to deliver them to Vanna, and the next time that Simon buys from her, she throws in the soul or 2 as a freebie, courtesy of your friends at the Farcash Frenier.
Is there any way we can? Okay. Is there?
I mean, if you just
any
want
way
to talk to him, you could just stake out Vanna's place until he shows up.
Do we want to do that?
Does it have to be souls? Fine. Okay. Fine. I kill them. I do the killing. Cal does the souling. We just keep these things siloed off whatever.
Oh, well,
We're going
It's
to
fine.
give Simon Burr some free souls at
couple of
Vanna's
souls.
in order to try and earn his trust so that you can get in his in Brightstone without it appearing weird.
yeah.
Okay, great. That is a score.
Oh,
Very clever.
Ooh, got an idea. What if we hit like we don't have to shoot high for this. We can punch down. Like we can go to Crow's Foot and we have a fixer.
Oh, and she'll give us coin. Yeah, David, you are the man.
Yeah. Like this can be
Okay.
easy. Just scrape up. What if we talk to Vanna and maybe Vanna will chip in a coin or 2 or something? I don't know. Maybe we can get extra coin for Vanna.
For what?
I don't know. Maybe not.
We're giving her free merchandise to sell to give to Simon. Maybe that's
Why would
worth
she give
something
you
to her.
money for that?
Because it makes her look good as well as us.
She'll give you $3.
Great. Sold.
It's not. That's not worth. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. So who's
I like
your
beer.
fixer?
actually, I don't like beer. It tastes nasty. I like wine. I like a good red wine.
Our
Who's,
fixer.
Maybe some white
Is-
zin. Little Merlot.
I forget her name.
Do we write it down?
It's one of your
Merlot with a
contacts.
medium well steak.
We have a fixer. It wasn't one of Arva's, was it? No.
I'm
It
looking
wasn't
at
one of
my
mine.
notes.
On the crew sheet.
Nope, it's Nadia. She is our fixer. Nadia gives us +2 coin for low class
Great.
targets.
Great.
Yeah.
This is. Okay.
I mean,
Cool. This makes sense. So
What if-
yeah, you.
maybe we
You're-
could. So, okay. Like, here's a way maybe we can get some extra coin out of it. Like, we're going to Crow's Foot,
Okay.
murder and rob a merchant there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way we get some souls and some money.
Yeah.
Jewelry. I mean, we could do another jewelry knock off. I mean, that's a great place to, kill some people, get
Sure.
a lot of money.
Cut down a
In
fence.
cross.
Yeah. Roll me a quick. Come on. I'm sorry, guys. My computer is going really slow. For no
Understood.
good reason. I just restarted it. It's weird. Somebody give me a survey roll. This is controlled standard. A 1, 2, or 3 finds you a merchant who will you'll be able to get 1 coin for their merchandise, a 4 or 5, 2 coin, a 6, 3 coin.
Can I do a hunt roll?
No, this has to be survey. You're looking. Hunt is where you already know the target.
Oh, okay. I've got 1 tick in survey.
You
Also
are
one.
Char Hollow to find a target.
All right, I'll do the. Do I even know how to roll 1d6?
Are there? Oh, there goes the dice.
Cool.
Oh, I did it. I got
The
2.
best you can do, Elena, is you find a liquor store. This place has really good liquor. They have it's like Char Hollow's best Char Hollow's beverages. It's called Fungal Willies. Fungal Willie's fine potables. And
Fiery
these are
potables.
These are famed for being like slightly hallucinogenic. Like maybe there's like a little bit of ether in with the alcohol, so that it
Like
makes
Blue
people,
Lotus.
like, have weird visions and stuff, in addition to getting drunk. But yeah, this place it's not exactly ramshackle. It's a wooden structure in among a bunch of other wooden structures. People here are pretty shabbily dressed. It's pretty dark. But yeah, this looks to be an easy score for you guys. You think that this is going to be a pushover, and you can make a coin stealing and reselling his product, and you can also get the souls of whoever happens to be here.
Let's do it. Seems good.
The nice thing about doing so this person is this shop is like tier 0. They're crappy. They're nothing. The nice thing about doing scores like this is that you get downtime afterwards, and they're pretty low risk. You're not going to get much reputation for this. You're probably going to get like just 2 reputation. But yeah, so pick a type of the score: assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, or transport.
Sounds
Assault.
like assault.
Yeah, I was going to say
Great.
assault.
And the point of attack is going to be the storefront itself.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sure.
Pick your loadout and do select your loadout on your character sheet, please.
Let's go normal. This is like the slums, right? So
This is the slums. Yeah.
yeah. So like extra loadout is not going to be super.
Not as many blue coats around here. It's
Yeah.
not going to be impossible to attract the attention of the blue coats here, but it's you can get away with a lot more before they come around.
All right. I'm going normal.
Same.
Karen?
Normal.
Awesome. Okay, so oh, and you spoke to sorry, your fixer,
Nadia.
Nadia.
Yeah.
So before
Sure.
this, you went to your fixer and you said, "Hey, Nadia, like we need to do this thing. Who's on your like blacklist? Who do you want to get rid of?" And she says, "This guy, fungal Willie. He's
Uncle Willie himself?
he is yeah. The stuff that he's selling is like turning entire blocks into zombies. It's destroying families. People are losing their jobs. Uh,
That's
Nadia would
that
like
sounds terrible.
Nadia
Oh
would like
no,
this guy out of business.
We at
my poor
Farkash,
heart.
we at community focused organization seeking the betterment. I almost got through it. Let's go kill these guys.
Yeah. So okay, you start with one die for the fortune roll or the engagement roll. For each major advantage, you get +1. For each major disadvantage, you get -1. The operation is particularly bold or daring. No, it's not. Plan's detail exposes a vulnerability to the target or hits them where they're weakest. Not really. Friends or contacts provide aid or insight. Yes. Target is a
Yes.
lower tier. Yes.
Yes.
District modifiers. None. Operation is overly complex or contingent on many factors? Absolutely
Nope.
not. Very simple operation.
Yep.
Target is strong against this approach? Nope. They don't have particular defenses or preparations? Nope. Target's not a higher tier. There's modifiers. And you know what? I don't quite understand when I should tell you things, but I'm going to roll something here. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. All right, so you've got 2 dice for this. And I'm going to go ahead and roll it. The rolling 4d6 that you see there is me rolling for something else. But here is your engagement roll. A 4 and a 5. So that means that you have mixed result. You're in a risky position when the action starts. So, cutting to the action. I think we're going to go. This should be like a pretty quick score. I think we you bust into this place. It's small. It's like 10 feet by 10 feet. Wall is lined with shelves. A bunch of rot gut glass bottles on the shelves, and then there's a cabinet that's locked. That's wood with a glass front, and it has like the fancier stuff in that cabinet. There's a counter, and a guy who looks like Fungal Willie is there.
Hit him a night.
And then there's a door.
Right at closing time.
There's a door on the side, and the door leads to like a workshop or a distillery in the back, where you can when you go in there, you can see like there is in fact a giant bin of stinky like rot gut fungus that he apparently distills here in the shop. So this guy is he's actually quite well dressed. He's kind of Fungal Willie, despite his name. He's called Fungal because of his work, not his personal appearance. He's pretty sharp. He cuts a sharp figure. Our William, standing behind the counter, he's got a cane. He's wearing like a purple sort of pimp suit, and you come in.
So I have a suggestion.
Yeah,
Can I make a suggestion?
please.
Why Can we, like, what if we send Kel and Karen in the front, and I will sneak in through the back?
Sounds good to me.
Sure. Yeah. The first roll has to be risky. That's where we're starting. So
I mean, I'm thinking so as to get the drop on him.
right. Yeah. So Kel and Karen, you walk into this place, and what are you going to do?
Well, are we walking in before or after closing time?
There's
So,
well, you want the guy to be here.
yep. But presumably we could wait till he turns the closed sign around, walks back to finish up whatever, and then
Sure.
walk in.
Yeah, so
Um,
you're outside of the building. He has just locked up. It is just locked
Last
the
customer
door.
has come out.
Yep. He goes up to the door, turns the lock, walks away from the door.
Okay, I gesture to the door and gesture to Kel. Work your magic.
Okay, I think Kel is. Boy, this guy's an alchemist. He doesn't have a ton of ghost activity in his place, right? He's a fungal alchemist. Okay,
Yeah,
so I think
Brute master.
He's barely an alchemist. He's distilling mushrooms into like nasty poison liquor.
Cal is gonna kind of waltz in with a little bit of a spry step.
Where are you waltzing into? The door's locked.
Oh, I gotcha. Sorry, I thought that. Okay. Yeah. So I guess that means that this would be a good time to pull an item out of my gear, and I'm trying to think whether I can use something like burglary gear to try to. I guess that's a. Huh. Can I try to sway somebody who's maybe like bringing out the trash?
There is not anybody around you bringing out the trash.
Or just, like, knock on the door and try to get him to open up for you. One last customer. You're sorry you're, like, right at the end of closing. Can we please come in?
Sure, yeah, I'll try that. I'll try to do. I'll try to make a resolve roll against to try to get somebody to come to the door and try to sway them or something.
All right, so you're going to knock on the. Tell me what you do.
Yeah, I think Cal leans up against the glass and ostentatiously flashes some cash and begins to work on a sway roll.
Sure. So you are going to try and sway the proprietor to open the door.
Indeed.
Yeah. So what do you say?
Pardon me. I know it's close to the end of the day, but I would be willing to tip quite heavily, give you a nice bonus if you are willing to do business for just 5 more minutes for someone burdened with coin and desire like myself.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Risky standard.
Okay. Interesting. Could I use
remember,
something?
you guys can always use flashbacks to set up to plan for stuff beforehand.
Yeah, I like the idea of something like here's one: subterfuge supplies, right? So this could be anything. It could be maybe like a fake briefcase worth of money this guy's in a purple pimp suit and has a cane. Maybe the subterfuge supplies is like an outfit that makes me look like someone, you know, of flashy means who's worth opening the door for.
I mean, I think that would be like a disguise. Subterfuge supplies are like documents and seals and things like that.
I can disguise.
But yeah, like a briefcase. A briefcase would be it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, come on, this is grifting 101. A briefcase is your very first grifting object. So he just thump, 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 pats a briefcase that's full of newspaper. So, yeah, so when I make my sway...
So you're going up to a liquor store and you're tapping a briefcase like you have a big thing full of cash.
Like I've got the money to make, like, well, okay, if that's, I don't know what the local economy, how people carry money around. Maybe it's just a big coin purse and it's just full of coins or something. But yeah, he's trying to make it look like he's got the means to, you know, make a big ticket purchase.
I don't think that changes this roll. What you can do is you can make a wealth check. Which is to roll a number of dice equal to how many rows of your stash you've got completed. So right now that's 0. To flash some cash, right now you can roll 2d6 and tell me the lower one.
Huh. Okay. So if that's, yeah, I mean, I thought that was the point of the subterfuge supplies, was that it was like fake money or something. Counterfeit money.
Yeah, but
costume jewelry, a forged something or other, a forged badge of office. It seems like counterfeit money would be in that vein. Costume jewelry, reversible cloak and distinctive hat, forged badge of office, papers, documents.
Cool. I mean, go ahead and
okay, if that's the case, then I can make a sway check and I can say, hey, I've got this crate of wine here and I'm trying to deliver it to you. I know it's a late delivery, but you know, you're supposed to take receipt of this. So I'm trying to sway him with this fake, you know, I'm drop off paperwork that looks official, right? Is that fair for subterfuge supplies?
Sure. I don't understand what you're trying to do.
I'm just trying to get the guy to open the door. That's it.
Cool.
I'm just trying to come up with a lie.
Yeah, you already did that, and I asked you to roll, and you haven't rolled yet.
Roll the dice.
It's a risky standard roll to go up to the door and knock on the door and ask to be let in.
Okay. Now, does that implement give me? Did that help me get up to risky standard?
No, if it was fine, it would increase your effect level.
Okay.
Usually these items are things that you need to do some action at all.
Okay, so I'm just, but I can just knock on the door and try to convince the guy that I've got something to deliver to him.
I can use one of my load to supply you with a fine bottle of whiskey. That's
okay. So that gave me a bonus die. I like that.
It would increase your effect level.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
It would not give you a bonus die. So roll 2d6. This with your bonus die. So you're going up. You've got a bottle, and you're claiming to. We have to be clear about what concretely is happening in the story. So you guys. What do you say, Kel?
I say, this is a sway roll. Say, I have a special hand delivery from one of your finer suppliers. A late shipment, I apologize, but something for you to sell upon your shelves. And he, you know, produces this fine bottle of spirit. All right.
Great.
So
you don't need subterfuge supplies for this. You can get rid of subterfuge supplies.
Okay.
But Karen, do mark off your fine bottle of wine, And so this is risky for great effect. Or roll 2d6.
Okay. Risky, great. No bonus dice. Submit. 4 and a 6.
Great. So Fungal Willie looks through this window. Doesn't really have glass. It's actually got metal bars. But he looks through it. He sees the label on the bottle of wine, and he opens up the door. Says, "Gentlemen, don't remember having a delivery scheduled. But yes, come in." And he stands aside for Kel and Karen to come in.
Okay.
Now that he is well distracted by this, can I sneak in through the back?
If you were to, you go around back, and there's a locked door.
Oh, okay. I have burglary gear. Click.
Cool.
To help me.
Opening up a lock is Tinker.
Tinker, which I do not have.
Yep. So
well, hold on. So flashback.
Okay.
What if we set something up where, I don't know, like we hired somebody or, paid somebody off to leave the door unlocked. Like maybe a delivery person, we get the normal delivery person for the day. When they leave, they I don't know, like drop us a key or leave the door unlocked or, help us do something to help us get in to get past this lock.
Yeah, you certainly can do that. You can either pay a coin or you can roll your stash, which is also going to be 0. Your stash is 0 right now. This is probably not worth a coin. I would say another option for getting through doors is wreck.
Oh, I do have wreck. I could do that.
And also, you can always push yourself for another die.
I'll do wreck.
Or ask for a devil's bargain. Okay. So you wanna wreck this back door.
Yes.
Great. So this is this is risky, and this is risky with great effect.
All right. I can push myself for 2 stress to get an X.
The reason it's great effect and not standard effect right off the bat is because this guy's tier 0 and you're tier 1. So like head to head against this guy, start off with great effect. His door is not great.
If I yeah, okay. I will push myself to get an extra die.
Okay.
And I will roll 2d6. Boop. I got a 5.
Great. Success with consequences. So you just kick down this door. You just lift up your foot. Bow! The lock just breaks off. And the door, has a big hole in it where your foot went through. And you can just reach through and unlock it from the inside. Lock is all loose in the thing. You open the door. No problem.
Yep.
The consequence is that we have to start a. No, Jackson. A shotgun is not a large weapon. They're talking about like a pike or a
A
spear.
large.
Um, the
A large melee
consequence
weapon.
is going to be that this was a loud sound, and I'm going to start a clock called. Come on, computer. Starting a clock called Neighbors Notice. This is a 4 o'clock, and it has 1 tick in it for the sound of this breaking door. You are now in the back room. It's full of sort of distillery, old style distilling apparatuses and like Bunsen burners. There's a big like metal, like a drum barrel with like a little flame underneath of it, and it's sort of bubbling gently. The smell is atrocious. You feel like you are starting to like get a little bit of contact drunk off of this, the smell of this.
Yeah.
Room.
So I don't want to mess around in here. Basically, I want to sneak in through the back, get the drop on Willie, and put a knife in him. Or 2
Great.
knives.
Kel
While
and
Kel, I'm doing that while Kel and Karen have him, busy in the front, or
Great.
kind of
So
keeping him distracted.
Kel and Karen. Elena is breaking in the back and is going to like sneak stealth assassin this guy. All you have to do is keep his attention on you despite some noise behind him. This is a challenge. How do you keep his attention on you despite the fact that the door in his shop just got kicked in?
I've got this. First of all, am I able to pack a shotgun for this gig?
No.
Okay, just pistols, huh? Like it doesn't get any heavier than pistols.
Yeah, you can have pistols, and I believe that your hunter, Elena, would have a rifle. Oh no, Elena has a long rifle and a fine pair of pistols.
Okay, so I think this would be, let's see. I think this would be skirmish. I say to him, I know this delivery is after hours. We were held up, and I'm so sorry we're late. And then I draw my pistol, but I'm not sorry that you're going to be.
Great. This is.
That'll get his attention, right?
Yep. So I'm going to say risky, great effect.
Okay. And am I rolling skirmish? Or sway?
Gosh, I think that this is
Command?
what is it to
Which
get
I suck
someone's
at?
attention?
Never mind.
I think it is. I think command is the best. So I think so. The way that they do this in the book that I sort of only realized reading through the book recently is that the one of these verbs that is the most appropriate is the one that you can use in a sentence for what your character is doing. So are you commanding him?
If I am, I don't want to. I'm going to change my plan. I'm going to say we're
shoot him. That's skirmish.
Yep. Well, that'll hold his attention and get him closer to dead. No?
No, don't shoot him. Don't shoot him.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try a little name dropping. So I'll stick with. We're sorry we're late. We were held up inevitably with a personal delivery to one Mr. Spencer Clark. Are you familiar with him? He's one of our direct clients.
Is there any reason that he would be familiar with Spencer Clark?
I'm hoping not, but it's so I'm going to I'm going to consort by name dropping Spencer Clark and babbling about
Okay.
our previous
Yeah, great,
engagement
perfect.
that ran
Yeah,
long.
you're making conversation. That's absolutely consort. You're
Risky
consorting
standard?
with him. Risky, great.
Okay, let's see. Maybe I should make it desperate standard so that I can mark experience.
You know what?
Trade
Actually,
Trade position for effect?
I think that this
Perfect.
starts at risky standard because you're beaten black and blue. You've
Okay.
got bruises all over your face and you look kind of weird. So to run game on this guy, to run patter on this guy with consort, it starts at risky standard.
Okay. Well,
So you can you can trade for effect.
Too
and
late.
do-
Drop the dice.
Wait, what was it?
That's pretty good.
Double sixes.
Whoa.
Running riot.
Gosh. Okay. Yeah, I think he looks at you, Karen Butcher, and you see him look you up and down and back up again, and he's like, "I haven't heard of the gentleman. Please tell me more, miss." And sort
Yes,
of gets in between Kel and you, as though he's trying to monopolize your attention.
Yes, he's one of our private clients. He likes to have we sell direct to him. He's a Sparkrite, in fact. Perhaps you've heard of his research, perhaps not. You seem to be to roll in different circles. But I would be happy to give you his contact information if you were interested in selling direct to him. He might be interested in purveying some of your particular brews.
Madame,
So
could I
at this
perhaps-
point, at this point, like, she has his attention, right?
Absolutely.
And how?
Karen, while this is going on, I think Elena sneaks in through the back door, but she notices that he's just like totally in there, you know, like Karen has him around her finger. So Elena pauses. Elena pauses in the doorway just for a minute and just watches them go back and forth before she makes her move.
Madame, do you think that I might perhaps sample this prime vintage along with you? And he gets out 2 glasses and he goes to try and start to open the bottle that Kel brought. It's like, I'll take that.
Certainly. I myself never drink on the job. That's just my policy. But
I'm
you're
sure
welcome to try it for
you could make an exception for me. This is a special. My shop after hours, and he's like,
if you insist, just a little sip,
a little bit too close to you.
Elena said at that when he makes a move like that, and Elena comes in and she says, "Oh, let me help you open that," and I'm gonna stab him.
Great.
Slit his throat.
I'm imagining that this is going to be a hunt.
Yes, please. All day, all night.
Risky, great.
Risky, great.
Have we given him a bonus die from the situation of preoccupying him so that he's able to just walk up behind the guy, place the blade exactly where it needs to be? any kind of bonus to his roll?
No, that's reflected in not having any consequences from the last challenge.
We got a double 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, you know what? I can.
Josh,
Is what?
the last roll was to overcome the challenge of
Yeah.
Dave having made some noise in the back.
Right.
So is there? So what if I change? If I trade for? If I do the trade, I get desperate and what effect?
It's
Is there
already
anything above?
great effect. There is above great effect. It's like epic or something like that. But I mean, the difference between like standard effect is you murder a guy. Great effect is like what you murder him
Murder a
just
guy
how you
horrifically.
want to. What's like
Fine.
super great effect? Like how can you murder him even better? If you want
I
to
murder
trade-
him, and he has not one but 2 souls inside him.
His twin, who's been growing alongside parasitically this whole time.
She cuts his soul in two. So
No,
it's now
but
two
like
souls.
if you want
Okay,
to
fine,
murder
no
him
trade.
with great effect, if you want to murder him, so this is another
No,
drawback.
Matt, I just want XP. Never mind. We'll just
This
go
is-
risky standard.
One of the drawbacks of going
Risky
after
great.
small fry is nothing is desperate. None of these are
Okay.
truly really desperate.
All
So
right,
you're not gonna
risky
get
great.
a lot of that XP.
Anybody want to give me an extra die?
We're gonna have a rest here soon, so
You know what?
well,
I got stress to spare. We'll count my babble and socializing
All right.
as an assist.
Okay, roll 2d4. Bam.
Wait, you're hunting, Elena. That's not the roll. That
What?
roll doesn't count.
Oh, I did that. Yeah,
Click on
that's
hunt.
what you said. So
Yeah,
I get
so-
3 dice, and then Jackson gives me 1, so I get 4.
Click on
Yeah.
hunt. On your sheet, click on it.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Risky. Submit. Great.
Yeah.
Submit. Bonus dice. 1. Oh, wow. This is neat. Hey, I got double 6s too.
You know what? You can describe exactly how you want to murder this guy with your knives.
When he gets, he starts to get handsy, and Elena comes in fast, and I don't know. I think she like grabs him by the hair and turns him around, and says something like, "Oh, you don't want to do that. Let me help you with this," and then just,
Sure.
two jabs to the gut, and then cut his throat.
How about this?
And-
Since you
and
got-
Cal
for
leans
the
over and
double
says-
sixes,
Cal leans over and says, "We may not respect human life around here, but we do respect women." He kind of leans.
There we go. I like that.
very progressive.
That does.
So I'm trying to think of any way, if there's any way that you can murder him in such a way as to make Kel's job harvesting his soul easier. But I just don't think there is. You're not doing anything spiritual or ghostly here. So I think instead for the double 6, what I'll give you is that he's so distracted and you're so stealthy that you actually get him to step into like a big bag. You've got like an oilskin bag, which you can mark it on your loadout if you want or not. But you've got like a big oilskin bag, like you might put like a side of beef in or something, and you have this all set up on the floor, and he actually steps onto it so that you like pull this thing up around his chest and slit his throat, and then just pull it the rest of the way up and tie it shut. So all the blood stays in the bag. There's not even any blood on the floor. This is like a Dexter clean room kill. That's how good you
all right.
Nobody
This
here.
is why I hire
Nobody
the
sees.
best.
There's nothing left over. Not a speck of dust in this room is out of place because of this kill. You just
clean
like
kill.
perfectly clean kill. Double sixes. His body is in a bag. You can do whatever you want with it. It's a bag that's branded with your butcher shop's logo. It looks like you're carrying meat. No problem. No
Woof.
muss, no fuss.
Mm.
Easy peasy.
Elena
Is there anything
Elena
else
turns
that any of you
to
want
Cal.
to do?
I wish we'll bring new present. It's present for Arva. He'll be very happy.
Kel looks over at her, takes his fox mask off, and you see that both of his eyes are where his mouth is, and his mouth is up on his forehead, and his forehead says, "This is going to make some amazing sausage." And he pats it.
Elena,
And he whips
Elena
out
curses. Elena curses at him. Shoulders hauls the bag over her shoulder. Hauls the body over her shoulder.
hang on,
and
before
says,
you can
"Oh, get out!"
before you can do
I'm-
that, Cal has to actually get the soul out of him. Kel has to actually.
Oh,
Get
okay.
the soul.
That's what I was in the middle of saying. Kel
Fine.
is pulling out his lightning hook while he's saying this to her.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah. Like. Okay. When he, when Kel pulls the mask up, Elena just, she's like, "Oh, stop! No!" And curses at him and says, "I have had it with you. I will meet you back at the. I will meet you back at the. I will. You can find me back at the mansion." And
Actually, Matt, how long do you have to pull the soul out of somebody? Minutes?
Minutes.
Minutes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and so
Meanwhile, Karen has
Elena
taken the
turns-
knife and is looking surprised and disappointed.
Elena turns and walks out the back, and she leaves.
So I think Kel says something to Karen and says, as head of HR, one of your jobs is to work on, team cohesion and unity. If anything you can do to improve his sour grapes towards everything ghosts and souls, puts on his mask,
I'm
charges
sorry,
up
sir.
his lightning hook.
I'll try to spin it as something. Oh, here come the
Yes,
ghosts.
so mark the lightning hook and mark the spirit bottles.
Or wait, there's one person here. Is there nobody? There was nobody else in the building?
Just him.
Just him. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so this ritual or this thing, it's not a ritual, but to trap the soul in the spirit bottle, that's going to start as no effect. And with the fine lightning hook, it gets it up to limited effect. So this is desperate limited as it stands.
And then the fine spirit mask gets it up to standard.
I think the mask just is supposed to just let you see stuff.
Okay. I've got a space on my character sheet for another item in my items that don't count for load. So it's something that I got special. I wanted to have some kind of item like a soul well, like some kind of, stone that you can drop on the person's chest, and it helps like get their soul into a bottle, right? Because a fine lightning hook can be used to control a ghost and stuff like that. A soul well would specifically be like a stone that you put the bottle down on.
Soul well is, and
I'm just saying, can I have some sort of item that helps me with the harvesting of souls to put on my loadout?
no. Nope.
Okay.
You absolutely could spend downtime to acquire an asset that would do such a thing.
Okay. Okay. So is
But
there?
you can always push yourself for greater effect to get up to standard effect. You could
Oh,
also do a devil's bargain.
okay. Do I have
You
to
can come
spend
up with
downtime to get that? Because I have a slot in my character sheet. Whatever. I'll talk to you about it
your
offline.
character sheet has as many slots as you could possibly want. I don't know
Okay.
what Soulwell is.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to. Can I do a flashback to take a stress to?
Yeah, what do you do
You
in
know,
this flashback?
I think I'm talking to Flint and saying, this is kind of becoming my main side business. I'm just kind of curious. Is there anything we can do here to kind of help, grease the wheels? Find a little bit easier, more effective way to pull the soul to the body, kind of thing, to the bottle.
I mean, I think there are. I don't know of anything like that. I think it's just a dangerous thing, man. I don't know. So you could. Um, so this is something that if you wanted to make.
Oh.
So this is something
Arcane
where if you were an
implements.
inventor, if you were an inventor, and you wanted to tinker with something and invent something that would give you like effectively +2 to trap ghosts, right? You could tinker and invent it, or we could like make up an item like that exists and do a score to get it.
Okay, I
All that
guess
stuff is
so. I have
possible
this
within-
slot for arcane implements. Can I use arcane implements to just make this more effective and gain an effective die by using arcane implements?
Well, all of these are things that have reality in the game. For instance,
Oh, so it has to
Quicksilver.
be a commonly known
Page
arcane implement. I gotcha. And what I'm
226.
trying to get is too specialized. I understand now. I'm sorry. Okay.
So, Quicksilver is a toxic metallic. Oh yeah, no, actually, you could use Quicksilver. Here we go. So
Okay.
Quicksilver is, but let me read it to you. This is a thing. A toxic metallic fluid. The user's mind opens further to the ghost field. Take +1 die to attune roll upon use. Suffer level 2 zoned out.
Okay, but I have spec that I could possibly use to shrug off something like that. Because I'm warded.
Supernatural
It's a right, because it's a ghost field attunement consequence, right?
You know what? I think that your warded special ability, you may expend your special armor to resist a supernatural consequence or push yourself when you deal with arcane forces. So, okay, so actually, you could expend your special armor instead of taking stress to push yourself here and get an extra die that way, or get an extra effect that way. You could get up to standard effect just with warded by using your special armor.
And then I don't have to use arcane implements and risk Quicksilver.
Then you wouldn't have to use Quicksilver. You could actually do both. You could get +1 die and also expend your special. So, but I think if you used your special armor to resist the effects of the Quicksilver, you couldn't also use it to push yourself.
Sure. I think I'm going to use the Quicksilver. I'm going to use the Arcane Implements Quicksilver, save the Warded as a backup if I need to try to soak the consequences. So now I've got a tune, and I'm rolling. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Desperate, right?
So yes, it was desperate, no effect, and you've bumped it up twice to standard effect.
Okay.
Go ahead and take level 2 harm zoned out, or mark off your special armor.
Oh, I thought you only had to take the level 2 if you failed.
Quicksilver, a toxic metallic fluid. The user's mind opens further to the ghost field. Take +1 die to attune. Roll upon use. Suffer level 2 harm zoned out.
It's a devil's bargain in a bottle.
Interesting.
Devil's bargain
Then I'll just use my Warded to push myself. I get it. Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
I use Warded to Warded holds my spiritual guts together while I otherwise overflow myself. So I don't get a bonus die though, unless I push myself.
That gets you up to standard effect.
Yeah.
Where is your special armor? Oh, there we go. So unmark arcane implements and mark special armor. It's next to the healing block.
Right. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
So I click submit.
Desperate standard.
And I get a 6.
Where did you get the 4th die from?
Because I pushed myself and took 2 stress.
You also pushed yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. You succeed at doing this. Karen, you take level 1 harm, freaked out, unless you want to resist.
Are you laughing because I do want to resist or because I don't? David, brother?
Probably want to
me?
resist, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
wanna resist.
whatever. I'm laughing
Elena,
because
you
ghost
have left.
nonsense.
Elena
What?
Left the room.
and you are not here for this, so you
Yeah.
don't
Nope.
get this consequence. But yeah, so
I'm
Karen,
gonna resist.
you're
I'm gonna resist. Resist.
Okay.
Resist.
Cool. So go ahead and roll 3d6 for me to resist
Okay.
this consequence. Wait, do you already have freaked out?
No. I was
Okay.
about to put it down, but I'm going to resist it instead.
Nice.
All
What's
it
the
takes
highest?
is 1/6.
Great.
one
So you
six.
Dude, we
resist
crushed it tonight,
that
boys.
consequence for free. Yeah, erase that freaked out on your sheet. You do not need to take, because you rolled a 6, you don't need to take any stress to resist that consequence. So what you see is this sack, oilskin cloth, with a corpse in it, lying on the floor. And Kel's face is just turning like a clock. The features are, and the world suddenly goes weird, dark, gray sort of shade, and this weird glowing ectoplasm starts to come out. Josh is poking at the body with this weird long electroplasmic implement that he's got that's emitting sparks, and he's sort of coaxing the spirit up out of it, and every time he touches it, it flinches away, and he's using it to drive the soul out of this body, and teeth are appearing on this ghost and reaching towards you, and eyes, and there's just sense of dread and oppression in the room, and it's starting to get to you, but you're just like, you steel yourself. You say, "This is what I'm here for." I don't know what you necessarily say, but yeah, how do you resist this like feeling of dread and terror?
I'm looking at Kel's face instead, and I'm just like, no, no, please go back in the right places. Please go back where they belong. Please, this is okay. Okay, this is. I look over at the ghost. This is less bad. This is less bad. That's worse. We're just gonna look at the face. We're just gonna look at the face. We got this. Kel, does it get any better? It doesn't get any better, does it?
I think Kel kind of gets freaked out by this, and you see like he sees Karen's terror and fear, and it kind of triggers his haunted anxiety about having ghosts around him. Like he's just
Oh
captured this spirit
no.
in a he sees Karen begin falling apart. I think he begins falling apart.
But you do successfully herd this ghost into the spirit bottle, and you cap it and you twist it, and the little runes or like little like metal filaments sort of align, and the containment field clicks into place on the spirit bottle. You tuck it into your loadout, and yeah. You have a body to haul back, but as butchers, you are able to disguise that fact. That's the thing that Farkesh Renier has. And Karen, I think you're left to Elena's pieced out. Kel has the body, so I guess you gotta take as much of the stock as you can. I
Okay.
guess you get like a barrel or a whole a box full of his most expensive liquor from the cabinet, and you go.
Clean
Can-
it. Clean out the cash register.
Yeah, clean out the
Break
cash
into the
register.
safe.
It's it's a lot of money for this place, but that's one coin. One
And
coin
I'm
is a lot
mumbling
of
to
money.
myself, how did the symbol go? And I'm just sort of drawing some sort of wolf head with the fungal goop on the wall.
Gross.
So it
Good
just
enough.
looks like a homicidal toddler began finger painting.
Yeah. With mushroom goo. Drawing like
Okay, where's my cheat sheet?
there's the ears, there's the teeth.
I think we're gonna present Arva with this like special butchering knife when Arva gets back with some of the funds.
and
Okay.
a fresh body.
Oh yeah.
Payoff. You get 2 rep with +1 per tier higher and -1 per tier lower. So this dude was 1 tier below you, so you get 1 rep. I will add that to the Farkesh Renier sheet as soon as it loads on my slow computer. Ding. You get +2 coin for your fixer, right?
Yep.
Yes. This was definitely a lower class target, so you get +2 coins. So that's 3 coin. I will add that to the Farkesh Renier sheet. There you go.
One for each of us.
Sounds about right to me.
It's up to you. All right, I'll click it out of the Farkesh Renier. It's not in there anymore. Give yourselves each one. Would you call this smooth and quiet, low exposure, or contained standard exposure? Oh wait, you know what?
We
There's
cleaned
the
the-
tithe. Tier -1 coin to crime boss. Wait, tier
Elena
-1.
expects her pay.
Well, it's tier 0, so we don't have to pay, do we?
I don't understand what it says in this thing. I thought I read the rules for this. Let's see.
Wait, were we not supposed to be paying him this whole time?
We've been hitting higher tier targets though.
You have been hitting higher tier targets. It doesn't have tithe in the.
Josh, can I share my screen?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Payoff 146.
Only one person can share a screen at once.
Oh, I've stopped sharing.
Oh, here we go. Sorry. I'm looking at it's
So,
weird.
can go
Subtract coin equal to your crew tier plus 1 when you pay a tithe to a boss or a larger organization. So your tithe has actually gone up. It used to be one, but now it is 2 coin that you have to pay to the Leviathan hunters.
Okay.
The wolf. Is good wolf?
You
Yes.
don't.
They know who did.
Good wolf.
You don't have to pay it. When you don't pay it, I start a clock for their patience running out with you.
Elena expects to get 1 coin from this job.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll pay the tithe out of the stuff that I get from Flint. So
I thought you were going to give it away to get goodwill with Simon.
crud. Okay.
Can't sell it,
we
give it away.
did get paid for bumping off a target.
Yes, that was.
So at least there's that.
Yeah.
Elena did not get paid on the last job, and she brought you a blue coat finger.
Yeah. So
She wants a coin.
yeah. So if Elena gets a coin though, that leaves 2 coins left to pay the tithe, or we just don't.
Yep.
How many? How long? I don't want to start another
Elena?
clock against us.
I
We've
tell you
already
what.
got.
If we pay you the coin, and we pay off our benefactors, then we don't have any coin for the stockpile, and we can't develop our plans. We can't reinvest in our renovation of society. So why don't we give you the coin, but next score you lay off the ghost stuff.
Wait, what? Is Karen talking to Elena?
Yes.
Yes, let us lay off the ghost stuff. Let us always lay off the ghost stuff. This is great.
No, you misunderstand me. You let Kel do the ghost stuff on the next score.
He did this ghost stuff on this score.
Okay, so he does it again on next score, and you get the coin, and he does more ghost stuff to get you more coin, and we prosper, and it's a scalable enterprise, and everyone's happy.
Elena turns to Kel. Do I get my coin today or not?
You get your coin today, and you are cooperative tomorrow.
Oh, and how many more do you? So the blue coats. How many blue coats do you want? Do you still want me to bring you blue coats?
Listen, do you think wolves sit there with little abacus and they use their paws and they push beads around and keep track of like how much? No, wolves work together, bring the kill down, kill by kill, and stay in the zone.
Yes, wolves work together. Wolves work well together with wolves in pack. Wolves do not make pact with ghosts.
No, but they make pacts with like ravens and vultures and stuff. Wolves like watch the carrion birds and like have symbiotic relationship because wolves are smart and wolves take allies where they can get them. You think I don't read books
I-
about wolves,
I
but I
don't-
have.
I have been
I don't
been
think any of
easy
this
with
is
you. You
biologically
you
or
ask
theologically
me.
sound.
You are asking me to go easy on you. I go easy on you. I do not take coin last. I do not take coin last week. I bring you fingers blue coat. I am here for the pack. Are you here for me? You go do ghost things. You go make crazy face turn to wax.
I think
Ooh.
Kel turns to Karen is like, you see why I don't initiate these like HR dialogues with him?
Yeah.
With her?
Yeah,
With
it's
her?
difficult.
It's difficult. Listen,
And you
yes,
won-
your
and
side
here,
you
too, isn't
wonder
it?
keep coin.
and you
Keep coin.
wonder why I ask for coin.
No,
It's
I don't
difficult for
wonder.
you too,
I
Elena,
don't
isn't
wonder.
it?
It's untrue statement.
The
I-
natural inclination of the ghost, as is the human, is or the of the wolf, as is the human, is to be scared of the ghost. But the thing about being a human or a wolf, about being an intelligent social animal, is that we can together.
What kind of
rise
a
above-
relationship? This is the stuff that makes me question the kind of relationship we are in. Look at this, Karen. He asks me, you ask me, go easy on him. What have I been doing? I
Okay.
do not take coin. I bring him blue coat fingers. He keeps doing the ghost thing. He turns his face into sand. What will he do next? Call demon out of abyss and eat all our flesh? I don't know.
No, I assure you that if he does call a demon out of the abyss, it will not eat our flesh. Kel, can you promise that? Can you make sure that the demons that you might if
Don't
you call
worry,
it-
it'll eat my flesh. I have early warning system glitches in place around building. Don't worry. And I
Kel,
think the camera probably pulls back at some point while Elena's talking next.
No, here's what happens. Here's what happens. While you guys are talking and Kel's face is going all just nutso
Yeah.
and crazy.
Yeah.
put the fox back on, you fool.
Roared Chumber comes into the
Oh.
butcher shop where this is happening with his
Okay.
long mustache.
And his 3 arms.
No, he's got a broken arm actually, and
Hey, Jackson, can you stop sharing for me for just a sec?
Have you
I
seen
did.
this? Have you seen Roared?
I stopped sharing.
Okay. Sorry, give me just 1 sec. I apologize.
The visual aid is very important.
it's not that important.
No,
lose
it's
Josh?
very important, and this is it.
This is going to be some good AI. Oh,
I can't see it.
Can you
Oh, yeah.
spot the thing here that is out of place?
So he's got one broken arm, and he's got and in his other hand is the mop.
This
And
guy is my favorite.
there are
and Kel,
things that are in place.
I love him so much.
All right, he's gonna go away if Matt can't DM. I'm
here's
gonna
what
take him
happens.
away.
Roared Chumber comes running into the room, screaming with his mop, yelling, "Demon! Demon! Demon!" and trying to stab at Kel. Stab, stab, stab. He's pathetic, so you don't even have to roll.
I'm
You don't
I'm
have
just
to
gonna
roll.
watch.
To like prevent. You're not rolling here to prevent damage, but what is happening is you're having gang trouble. You're going to lose. You're going to lose 2 rep, or make an example of Roared, or you have to face reprisals. But I think
Yo.
Roared is going to talk about you unless you show him who's boss in some way.
You
Or
bring
he'll
this
lose
on.
rep.
You bring this on yourself, Kel. You bring this on all of us.
I'm going to be completely useless. I'm going to try to restrain him and say, "No, no, demon. It's a hypothetical. Only hypothetical. It doesn't really exist yet."
What are you going to do now, Kel? How are you going to fix this? Elena's just sitting back and watching.
Uh,
So you
go ahead.
You have 3 choices, and the choices in the rules are you can lose rep, or you can make an example of Roard, or you can face reprisals.
Now,
And
make
I
an
guess
example
I get
of
to
Roard.
decide what. Yeah, you have
Make
to
an example of Roard. Does that have to be fatal for Roard? Can it be fatal?
Yeah, it can be. I think it's up to you to decide what you're going to do to Roard.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna roll a d6 and let fate decide, because Roard is coming at him, hitting him, calling him a demon. I mean, I really think that. Golly, I'm just trying to think whether or
Are you
not
going to
Kel's
flip a
just gonna.
three-sided coin? Are you going to three-face it?
No, I'm trying to figure out whether he's going to kill Roard or just make an example of him. Well, let's see. Yeah, I mean, can I think I'm gonna, for starters, he's gonna attune, and he's going to compel a ghost to come down, call a ghost down on,
Like Susan?
yeah,
Is it Susan?
yeah, probably. Well, I don't know. Susan usually hangs out at the house. No, she follows me all the time. She's always with me.
You are going to have to, if you bring Susan into this, there are going to be roles and there's going to be risk involved. You don't have to bring Susan into this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make an example out of him and like shame him in front of everybody, but not kill him. Because I think Kel is vicious to his enemies. He's actually fairly patient towards his own pack members. He's not bloodthirsty and murderous towards the people. And this is his employee. So probably, yeah, he's going to make an example of him and put him in his place, but probably not kill him.
And in what way?
Yeah.
Just describe what you do. That's all we have to do.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think he
Poor guy's already got a broken arm.
Yeah, the guy's already got a broken arm, so I think he grabs him by the broken arm and pulls the mask off of his face, and basically says, "You call me demon in my own place of business? Try me, mock me to my face one more time." And he twists his arm, and I think he grabs one of Arva's big cleavers, and he just chops it off at the break point. And he tosses it over into the grinder that's like making sausages and stuff. And he says, "Disrespect me again and see what else I cut off." And he drops the blade on the ground and walks into the back of the building.
Right, but the blade lands right by Karen, who has fainted.
So we now have a one-armed janitor.
Okay, awesome. So, what are you going to do with the coin?
Does Elena get one?
Yeah, Elena gets a coin.
Elena takes when she, he gives her his coin. He gives her the coin, and she says, she says, "You have gone too far, Kel. That one was useful. Come and get when you're ready to stop playing around. You know where to find me." And she leaves. Elena is going to need concessions to work on scores with Kel from this point going forward.
Sure.
about the ghosts. Just putting that out there. Concessions
Nuts.
about the ghost stuff.
Appointing Karen as head of HR apparently backfired on me.
No, it just takes time. These projects aren't completed overnight. We'll get
That's
there.
true. That's true.
Great.
2 steps
So
forward,
are
1
you
step
going to
back.
pay? Are you going to pay the 2 coin to the Leviathan hunters or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Great. So heat adds up to 0 because it's this would be a 2 heat operation, and you subtract 2 heat because of your cover operation. Killing was involved, which would normally be plus 2 heat, but you do not take any extra heat from killing because of your crow's veil. So it comes out to 0 heat, which is real nice.
We just did the entanglement.
And so let us go to the Farkas Renier sheet. Execute a successful accident, disappearance, murder, or ransom operation. Get an
I think we successfully murdered someone.
Contend with challenges above your current station. Nope. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. I don't think that was particularly brutal. It was clean. There was not blood spattered everywhere, body parts everywhere. I think that doesn't happen. Express the goals.
Karen did use the viscous Icarus goo of the remaining mushrooms.
We left our mark.
Yeah, make our mark. But
thanks to Karen.
Yeah, I don't think it's brutal. Express the goals.
Wait. What about what I did to what's his face, chopping off his arm? That's brutal. We did something brutal tonight, and it was dealing with the aftermath of the score.
You know what? That's true. This is about your crew's reputation, and that definitely adds to your crew's reputation for 1 XP for that. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I think you get a point for that as well.
Yeah.
Good job.
XP.
Is that all? I guess that's all for Farkas Renier. This should be pretty quick. Okay, Elena.
Okay, so I want to start out with.
Did you mark all of your desperate actions?
I don't think I took any.
Yeah. Okay. Did you address a challenge with tracking or violence? I think that is so. I think you get an XP for that.
Just 1 XP?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think so.
I think I get 2 for that. 1 for walking. I to start out with, I walked out when when Kel started doing the Kel pulled his mask off and went all melty face. She walked out on that, and then now she, in the aftermath, she's refusing to do any further scores.
I think that expresses the same drive or belief twice. That seems like the same thing.
But she's taken 2 different it's 2 different effects. The first time, and she's escalated it. So the first time it affected the score. That particular score. Now she's expressing them in a way that is affecting the cohesion of the crew as a whole.
I mean, yeah, sure. I think it's better. I would be more convinced if it was like two different storylines instead of hitting the same story beat twice. But sure, whatever, that's fine. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
I don't think so.
Cool. Well, you're almost to a playbook advancement, but not quite. And great. I don't think we have anything to do with anything more on your character sheet with that. Kel.
Downtime.
We've got two more XPs to do.
Oh, okay.
Kel, did you
Flashback. Real quick, super quick. You see, oh man, this is cheesing it, but you see Kel take that butcher's blade and he chops off the janitor's arm
XP.
and he takes a
You can't wait until we're doing XP to flashback and do.
You said
XP.
And flashbacks can happen, and there's no such thing as time.
Flashbacks are.
And then I flashback, and I have a monologue about my childhood.
You marked. You did do a desperate action, right? You marked that.
What kind of desperate action did I have?
I flash back to Karen reading in an armchair. Okay,
did you not?
Right. No, I didn't mark that resolve when I did that ghost roll.
Yeah, that was desperate. You addressed a challenge with knowledge or arcane power. Sure, give yourself an XP for that.
Okay.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I think 1 XP for that as well. And you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because you have the haunted trauma. I think you certainly did. I think you get an XP for that.
Cool. Thanks. All right. So I really need to
but we
deal
need
with
to do XP for Karen. Think about what downtime activities you want to do while we do Karen's XP here.
I already know.
Okay. So I tried no desperate actions. I did address challenges with calculation and conspiracy. I worked to develop Simon Burr as both an asset and a target simultaneously. And moreover, once we found our score, I used conspiracy and calculation to gain entry to Willie's Find Potable's establishment and to distract him while Elena did the dirty. So I think that's good for 2.
I think that is good for 2. Two different ways you expressed your character. Yeah. Expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Well, I name dropped Spencer Clark, my Sparkrite researcher rival, who so viciously scorned Elena's brilliant theories.
So that's your heritage?
That is my background as an academic. I tried to rub his name in the dirt. Nothing came of it because we killed the person that I dragged as suggested that he might be interested in trying fungal potables and adulterant substances.
That's a weird way to bring your background into it, but I guess I can give you an XP for that.
Yeah. If you didn't give me that, I would try something else. I don't think I did that third point more than once, so I'll gladly take the 1 EXP.
You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
Nope.
Yeah. All right, great. All Elena. So I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea, one of the things that you're supposed to do with downtime that we almost never do is set stuff up for the next score. So one thing that I was thinking of trying, and tell me what you guys think about this, is at the end of a score. So when your character does a score, you get 2 downtimes after that. Right? That's the way it works. But we do 1 downtime at the end of the session, and then we do the second downtime at the beginning of the next session, so that you're thinking about ways to maybe use that downtime for the next. Because
I like
as it is, we've always been using downtime to address consequences of the previous score, time to prepare for the next score. So what do you think about that arrangement?
I like the idea. Elena's not going to be using downtime to set up the next score, though.
That's fine. I mean, you can still do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, in my document, my secret document that I keep here, I'm gonna put a downtime tracker, so we don't forget between scores, and I can put downtime that you've earned by doing a score, but you haven't actually used yet in here. Elena 1, Kel 1, Arva 0, Karen 1. So we're going to do one downtime each now, and then at the beginning of the next session, whatever the next session. One of the great things about Blades in the Dark is that it doesn't hurt the game at all if you skip a session. So maybe, maybe we won't have Dave for the next session. You'll still get this downtime at the beginning of whatever your next session is. So I've marked it down in my document here to make sure that we don't forget. Cool. So Elena, what do you want to do for downtime?
So I would like to when you get rid of stress, you're rolling against your worst trait, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my first downtime action to train resolve, so I get 2 XP in that. I'm going to use my calculating downtime action to train resolve again to level it up, so I get a dot in resolve, which I will put in.
Okay.
I guess I will put in
command.
Now, one thing that I've been curious about, Elena, is in your past, you spent a lot of time outside of the city.
Yep.
Which means that you definitely have a way, somehow, probably it has something to do with wolves, to keep ghosts off of you. So, for instance, in this, the trains that go between cities, there's a whole faction called the Railjacks, who their whole job is to keep ghosts off of trains as they travel through the Deathlands. But you go around in the Deathlands without the Railjacks to protect you. So your character does have some relationship with the ghost field in some way. And it's weird to have a character that goes around in the Deathland who doesn't have any dots in a tomb. Just saying. Now, I know that we sort of have to figure this out because Elena, we don't have to figure it out that much. We can fill in the details of this. But this is one of the tensions or unexplained parts of Elena's character. Why is Elena so averse to demons and ghosts, but definitely has been able to deal with them in the past, or at least keep them away. But that's just something to think about. I was thinking, it's weird that you don't have any.
That's actually fair. I mean, it could be. It could be
Totally up to you.
It could be she's become very adept at avoiding them.
That's true. But that's something that you would need a tune for.
Well,
but also you can put this dot in anything that you want. I'm just noting some of the constellation of the story that we're building.
Well, that actually, I was trying to think of a reason to put the dot in something other than a tune, but I think that's a good explanation for putting the dot in a tune. So I'm actually going to put it in there. I think that's good.
Can we start developing the story in the direction of the wolves being somehow connected to the ghost field?
Oh, yeah. I think that's how Elena's character started. Is she was an academic studying, like, wolf packs, like, psychically communicate with each other through the ghost field, and Elena was studying that. So there's already some ghost wolf stuff going on in this story.
So I'm going to level up resolve, and then I'm going for my I'm going to use I'm going to use one
actions.
Yes, I have one. No, hold on. No, I have one downtime action normal. I have one downtime action from my calculating skill, and then I'm going to spend a coin to get a third downtime action to de-stress.
Okay, yeah.
So
I thought everybody naturally got 2 already.
Yes, but we just decided to leave one
to
for
put
next
one in the
session.
bank.
Oh, so he's going to be able to do 3 and still have 1. Okay.
He's going to do a total of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, your characters are getting more powerful.
So I'm going to I need to roll.
So you're going to roll 2d6 and take the higher one. This is actually risk-free 6 stress.
2d6. Okay. And I got a 6. Aces.
Wow, yeah, you clear all of your stress. And get rid of, do mark off that coin.
Yep, done. Elena disappears on you guys. You go to the stable, the busted up stable. She is nowhere to be seen, and the wolves are nowhere to be seen.
Fair enough.
They are out frolicking in the ghost field.
Okay. Man, my computer is not. Okay. Great. Kel, what are you going to do for downtime?
Kel's going to get rid of this stress. So now that we're level 1, has our
Elena, I still see that coin in your on your character sheet.
I had 2 coin.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I got one coin from the score.
Cool.
Which I then.
So now that we're level 1, does that change the way that we heal stress at all? Is the contact that Arva has with Sawtooth, does that improve or change?
Yeah, I think so. Kel, you don't seem to have any harm, though.
No, but sorry. I take the janitor's arm and I go down to the docks and I buy some voodoo spices from my supplier, and I make a little like seared, grilled dish, and I have a little picture of the guy, and Kel is eating this human flesh in this cannibalistic ritual to
Gross.
deal with his stress.
Yeah. Go ahead
Okay.
and roll 1d6. This is a little bit risky. If you roll a 6, you'll overindulge.
So 3.
Cool. Mark off 3 stress.
Very good. Okay. And I'm
Karen.
going to save the other one for later.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
So,
If I put... no, go ahead. Don't worry about it.
okay. So Karen, first, going to go to my scheduled follow-up visit with Sawtooth to monitor the progression of my bruises, and we're going to do some healing.
Great. Yeah, I think that Sawtooth has gone from tier 0 to tier 1 with you. So instead of rolling 2d6 and taking the worst one, you can roll 1d6 and
take the worst one.
That will tell you how many. 1 to 3 is 1 slice of the clock.
Well, there we go.
4 to 5 is 2. Okay, well, put 1 slice on that clock. These bruises are taking a long time to fade. Sadly.
But they're more faded than they were before.
Oh. I'm
These
sorry.
are Witcher
I did it
Season
wrong.
3 bruises.
I was not supposed to. I gave you less effect for beaten black and blue. I was supposed to take away a die. It's okay. Just in situations where being beaten black
bruises.
and blue has something to do with what you're doing, we're supposed to have that effect on the right there. So minus 1d.
Like
and by the way, we have
playing
not
the
really
fix.
been doing that for. Oh wait, who else has harm? Didn't Kel have harm? No, your harm. You cleared all your harm, Kel, right?
Oh, yeah, I don't have harm. I've got haunted, the condition of haunted.
Right, you've got a trauma. Isn't somebody
No
else?
physical harm.
Nobody else has harm, huh?
I had harm, but I fixed it.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh,
And then I
yeah. And then
Picked up tough as nails.
And then you picked up tough as nails, so you just eat those level 1 harms.
Yeah, I've just soaked a couple of them.
You've just a couple of times I've been like, okay, level 1 harm, Elena, and you're like, okay, yeah, level 1 harm sounds great.
Yep,
Cool.
pretty much.
Yep. So I do have something related to the next score that I'd like to do now.
Please go ahead. Yes, we do have to role play the thing where we interact with what's his name?
Simon Burr.
Simon Burr.
Okay, well.
But you can do whatever else
presumably-
you want to. We can free play.
Okay. Well, I want to do acquire asset on him.
So that is a downtime activity.
Yeah. Since it's related to the next score, I want to acquire.
My
his
idea was
services.
that we would do those at the beginning of the next session.
Okay. I figured that since it was relevant to the next score, like we could set that up now. But if you want to pause on it until next time, that is cool too.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
do it next time. I think
bookmarking that.
I think having him as an asset is not going to help you kidnap him.
Why
Okay.
not?
Well, then so
I think
much the better
that's-
that we're putting that off because
That's
now
not
I can
what
concentrate
asset
on it.
is for. Yeah, I think that so the story comes first. Having him as an asset means that you've paid him to do some job for you, and I think Simon Burr is not willing to be hired by you to do a job. You can't like compel anybody in the city to be your asset by spending this downtime for it. You can get any asset, not any asset, but like there's a wide range of assets that you can get where there is somebody available in the city to be that asset for you. A cart driver, a tracker, a sneak thief, a cat burglar, a hunter, like a forger. Like all these different things are available in the city, and you can gain an expert as an asset, to do some skill in a job that you guys don't have. But you can't just like take an NPC and do this downtime activity and like put them in your thrall, because he's not available to hire by you.
I find all the really hot babes in the city of Duskfall, and I make them my assets with my downtime. I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Yeah, and then we set him on fire.
I don't think you understand what assets are.
You could hire a lady of the night if you had use for one in a job. If you needed to do a social score and
she's real hot.
Blackmail somebody. Blackmail is completely normal and allowed in these criminal situations. Okay, well, thank you very much for playing. I think that's all for tonight. It's about my bedtime.
Now I understand, Karen. Hot in
I
two
don't
ways.
think we've been
Very
streaming
clever.
this whole thing. What?
We haven't been streaming.
I'm recording. Oh, we haven't been streaming. We've been recording, but not streaming.
I think when I dropped out, it stopped.
Oh
streaming.
no! Oh no!
Oh, no!
You can't watch it live. They're gonna have to catch it on the replay.
Oh,
So sad.
Well,
Catch me on the replay.
no, I think that's just my thing. That's not saying that.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Okay, no, we are streaming. We're streaming right now. I just heard myself on YouTube saying that we're not streaming. So I'm going to
Everybody go open up every device you got and stream this.
Record.
We're gonna have so many
and
views.
see what happens. See if that stops
We're
the
gonna be big
recording.
on Twitch. We're gonna be huge on Twitch, man. That's where all the kids are now.
Somebody give this episode to Jake Paul so he can punch himself in the face every second while he watches it.
Okay, well, I guess the only thing to do to stop this stream is for us all to drop off, because I can't stop it. I don't have a stop button to push right now. Thank you, Riverside. Riverside is great. There's still some UI things to be worked out, Riverside team. This is a bug report.
Goodbye, watchers. Goodbye, listeners.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for GMing, Matt. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. I can leave the last